Hey learner, this is Nilesh Porate. So before going to start the PHP programming, so first we will revise some concepts. So in this video we will learn what is the client and the server and it's the architecture. So in IT field we hear some words from a long time like a client and a server. For many times these words are here from the networking or the programming field. So we will see that what is the client and what is the server. So client is a piece of a computer hardware or a software that accesses a service made available by a server. For example, web browsers are the client that connect to a web, retrieve web pages for display. And a server is a computer program or a device that provide the functionality for the other programs of a devices called the client. For example, the file server, database server, home media server, web server, etc. So see, this is a simple diagram, client and the server which are communicate by using the internet. So an application program is known as a client program, which is running on the local machine that requests for a service from an application program known as a server program running on a remote machine. A client program runs only when it requests for a service from the server, while the server program runs all the time as it does not know when its service is required. A server provides a service for the many clients, not just for a single client. Therefore, we can say that client server follow that the many-to-one relationship. So many clients can use the services of one server. So next one is that this is a client server example. So many services provided by the server, the services it accesses and it is ready to use the client. So client use these services. The server provide the facility to the client. So here we consider the one example. So this is your the client and this is your the server. So here we consider this is the McDonald's server. So if client want to place the order of a food, then they request to the McDonald's server. So this server accept the request from a client, process this request and give the response, that is your order is placed or the food is not available, like this way. So this is a live example of a client and the server. So simple thing is that the one who requests is called as a client and the one who conduct the survey is called as a server. So there are some advantages and the disadvantages. So advantages, first one is that the centralized. So centralized backup is possible in a client server network, that is all the data is stored in a server. Then security. These networks are more secure as all the shared resources are the centralized administrated. Then the performance. The use of a dedicated server increases the speed of sharing resources. This increases the performance of overall system. Then scalability. We can increase the number of clients and the servers separately. That is, a new element can be added or we can add a new node in a network at any time. Then there are some disadvantages. First one is that the traffic congestion. So it is a big problem in a client server network. When a large number of clients send a request to the same server, then they may cause the problem of traffic congestion. So it does not have a robustness of a network, that is when the server is down, then the client request cannot be met. A client or server network is very decisive. Sometimes regular computer hardware does not serve a certain number of clients. In such situations, specific hardware is required at the server side to complete the work. So next one is that the client server architecture. So in client server architecture, there are total 3 architecture, 1 tier, 2 tier and the 3 tier. So 1 tier architecture is the simple. So the user interface, marketing logic and the data logic, all of these things are present in the same system. So this kind of a service is reasonable, but it is hard to manage due to data variance that allows the replication of a work. So next one is that the 2 tier architecture. So two-tier means that there are the two nodes, one is the client and one is the server. So in this type of a client server environment, the user interface is stored at a client machine and a database is stored on the server. Database logic, business logic are the file at the either client or the server side. If business logic and data logic are collected at client side, then it is called as a fat client and the thin server architecture. If business logic and data logic are handled on a server side, then it is called as a thin client and the fat server architecture. So in two-tier architecture, client and server have to come in a direct incorporation. If a client is giving an input to the server, there shouldn't be any intermediate. This is done for a rapid result and avoid the confusing between the different clients. So next one is that the three-tier architecture. So see here, there are total 3 nodes: client, application server and the database. So in a variety of a client server context and the extra middleware is used, that means the client request goes to the server through that middle layer and the response of the server is received by the middleware first and then go to the client. So this architecture protect the two-tier architecture and give the best performance. So this system comes expensive, but it is simple to use. The middleware stored all the business logic and the data processing logic. The idea of middleware is to database staging, queuing, application execution, scheduling, etc. Middleware improve the flexibility and give the best performance. So these are the some client server architecture. So on next video we will see that the web concept, that is the web browser, web server, web applications, then the websites, then the type of websites, etc. So till if you have any queries, then comment on the query in comment box. Likes and subscribe the channel. See you on next video. Thank you.